Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Bram. I talk about all things fashion, luxury, lifestyle, shopping, and travel. So if those are things that are interesting to you, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and become a member of my growing YouTube family. And also hit the bell notification. I tend to upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. However, lately it's kind of been a little bit more up in the air. So this way you don't miss any of my riveting content. I'm also going to leave I'm gonna not leave a link. I'm gonna put my Instagram handle over here so that if you are not following me over there, come and follow me over there. Just, more behind the scenes stuff. We can talk in real time. I'm trying to be better about posting up my outfit pictures, things like that. A little bit loud here. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but this is going to be a quick video anyway. I was going to go into an actual video, but I think we're going to save that for tomorrow. So this is an extra video for the week. Honestly, it's not one of my 3, but I did want to show you because I was excited. This is my new filming space. So what happened was that I don't know, I told you guys, if you've been here before, I had 2 or 3 weeks there of constant being displaced from my normal filming space. So I like to film home alone because I don't know, it's weird to talk in front of people and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's not weird when you're watching me. It looks natural. It looks like we're having a conversation or whatever. But obviously for anybody watching me while I am filming, it makes me feel weird. So my mother was here, my daughter was on spring break, and so now my daughter is off today. I wanted to film today. My daughter is off today. She has a friend over. My husband is walking around the house and whatever. Summer's coming, and I was just you know what? I'm tired of not only that, but when mom's home, it doesn't stop, no matter how old your kids are. And even when I am home alone, the craziness between the dog and the cat, ridiculous. You guys always hear me in my videos, I'm always editing out me screaming at everybody, and because the dog is just has the zoomies or whatever. It's always the minute that I start filming. So that being said, I was I need an office space. I actually, earlier today, I went into my car. I was going to film a video from the car, and I filmed a whole bunch of stuff. I talked for probably a good hour because it was I erased some stuff and whatever. When I went back to check on it, I had no sound. And this happens to me quite a bit. So I was you know what? I can't. I do need to get myself an actual camera, which I've been saying for a while, but next best thing for the moment and more immediate is to have a little office space. So here we are. I have an official office space right now, an official filming space. And yeah, so it looks a little bit boring now, which is why I don't necessarily want to do a video at the moment. I have, it's also hot in here. I have a bunch of stuff coming tomorrow. So we're going to design back here. So I'm going to have a little wall of just stuff so we can look at it and it'll be cute. And so yeah, I'm excited about that. I have some stuff coming. So once we have kind of things in order, I will show you around a little bit. My puppy girl, Carol, has her little corner here so that she can be here with me. I just have to get her a little bit of a bigger bed because she has her little puppy bed, but she is kind of not 100% fitting in there anymore. So yeah, so I found a little spot. I got some light. I have my little desk here so I can do all this stuff, and I am excited about it because it means that there will be silence. And yeah, so that's good news. And yeah, but anyway, so I will, like I said, I'll take you along with me once we have it. I figured I got some cube things from the back. I see that in a lot of people's videos. And I don't think that I'm going to have my collection behind me just because this is not my house. I don't want to just lug bags here every day. Maybe once in a while, but I doubt it. But what I'm going to probably do is just put some fun, I don't know, in my normal filming space, I have bags behind me. That's more recently when I'm like in front of my closet area. But you guys have seen like my regular like filming location where I have just my armoire basically filled with like little special things, karopi, like my stuffed animals, things like that. So I think that is my plan is I'm just going to put like knickknacks behind me, but like cute ones, things that like because I collect not like a collector, but I do love all of that stuff. So I got a few little things. I'm going to take a few little things from the house and put them there, and so we can have a nice little background when we talk. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. So that'll be fun to like build together. We're going to like as we get new little cute things, we'll put them behind us and all of that stuff. So what else? For today, I just kind of wanted to have like a little bit of a discussion. And like I said, this isn't like a real like a video that counts for me for my 3 a week. But I wanted to ask you guys like what I'm going to tell you what's on my mind basically. I know that we're in a place, you know, I did a bunch of obviously videos recently. We talked about the tariffs, we talked about China, we talked about like YouTubers leaving YouTube, and we talked about like the Lydia Elise Millen thing. We talked about a lot of stuff, and like the consensus that I got from you guys was that it just feels kind of like a sad like luxury space here right now because we're in this weird space where, and I understand it to a certain extent, we're in this weird space where it feels like everybody is tired of the outward displays of wealth, right? So we've been seeing this for a while, obviously with the quiet luxury, which you know how I feel about that if you have been here before. I'm not a fan. I really actually dislike quiet luxury. I think that I've seen many people get away with like wearing it, like it looks good on them. That is their thing. For me, it's not. Yeah, like the old money vibes. I'm not old money, not even a little bit. So, like, yeah, it just is not. It's not me. So I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I had a few things that I felt like even like my little Laura Piana bag, whatever. I just find quiet luxury to be very boring. And for me, I like loud fashion. I like loud bags and jewelry. I'm very simple usually in what I wear, but shoes, bags, and jewelry, I like them over the top. And sometimes clothes, it just depends on like where I am and where I'm going on a daily basis. I'm in sweatpants. So, and usually it's like solid colors. So, all that being said, I felt like the consensus, like I said, from you guys was that we're in a place where it just feels kind of like sad. And it also feels like people are coming down on us for what we like. And then you have a lot of people like within this luxury YouTube community and Instagram, like just in this luxury space in general, who are turning their backs on luxury and like saying that they don't need it anymore and they hate it and everything it stands for and blah, 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 blah. And everybody's jumping on that bandwagon. And I think that makes it sad because when it's a whole bunch of creators that you looked up to, or I don't know what looked up, but you know what I'm saying, that you looked at for like style and all of those things for all of these years, and then all of a sudden they've turned around and they're like denouncing luxury to a certain extent and denouncing fashion and like they don't want any part of it. It just feels like we're running out of like creative conversations, I guess. And that's sad. Like there's a lot of channels that I have watched over the years, for example, that the people are leaving left and right. I'll tell you a few of my favorites that no longer post as much. And this is not just because of now, but I feel like just over the time, people just, I don't know, you know, life gets busy. Maybe they just don't like the long form content anymore. So like Erica's Girly World, love her. I watch her on Instagram or whatever, but like she doesn't really post on like upload long form content on YouTube any longer. You have, let's see, Style Hard, who I think is amazing. Again, every once in a while she'll put something up, but I watch her on Instagram now, but she used to post way more on YouTube. She's not doing much anymore. What was her California 408 or 408 California 408? I think her name is Tanya, I believe. Follow her on Instagram as well. I know she left because people were rude as shit, I believe. And she left a while ago. And Akita LV Luxury, like there's just like the list goes on of people that just haven't been here as much anymore. And then you have other people who I'm not going to name, who I feel like have stopped posting recently ever since the whole situation with like Lydia Elise Millen. There are certain people that I like, I've been watching for years, and those people have not been posting as much recently also. And the question is why? So for the people that still post on Instagram, my thought is like maybe they're just not into the long form. Maybe because I will never say that like Erica's Girly World, for example, isn't creative, because she totally is. Style hard too. I don't think that's the reason for them. But some of these newer creators that I've gotten to like over the past 5 years or so are just not active much anymore, period. Now, maybe they have other things going on with work, whatever. I mean, like, maybe they're just not into it anymore. I don't really know. But I just feel like it's kind of this weird shift where, it's been very clear that, people don't want to watch the overconsumption and the unboxing after unboxing anymore. And then people start to disappear. And so my thought is like, okay, are they disappearing because they can't figure out a creative way to stay in this space making content, long form content specifically, when it is not just unboxing after unboxing? So that is why I'm here today, guys, to talk to you about this. I wanted to know from you, like I've been watching luxury YouTube for like 8 or 9 years at this point. God, time flies. And it took me a very long time to get comfortable to come here and talk to you guys about it. I don't know, for whatever reason, whether my kids were smaller back then, I had a full-time job that took up like every waking moment of my life. Obviously, you have things going on in life and it doesn't allow you to add another thing. So I'm at a space now. I've also talked to you guys about my weight loss and all of that stuff, where I was not as maybe confident to show up here for a very long time. And just all of that stuff rolled into one. And so now for me, it's kind of the perfect storm where my kids are big. They don't need me the same way. I am living somewhere else. I have more time. I'm not working. So there's a lot of things that have happened for me recently that I am able now to show up and do this kind of like sort of like a job, where I'm just like, I have my schedule, I show up. I'd like it to become something at some point. But the truth is that I'm here because I've enjoyed watching people for all these years, and I have always wanted to talk about my own collection, my own loves, things like that, right? So the minute I show up here, of course, it's like over, right? Like everybody's like, oh, we don't want to watch unboxings anymore, and overconsumption, and kill the rich or eat the rich or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm not saying that I'm rich. I'm just saying, like, the displays of wealth, like the jewelry and the bags and all that stuff, is like looked down upon now. So of course it's when I just get here, because like that is usually how it goes for me, just like timing is off. But I'm not willing to leave. Like, I've gotten this far and I'm enjoying you guys and I'm enjoying making content, to be honest. And I'm like, I'm here, So how am I going to be here without changing my focus on what I'm talking about? Because I'd like to stay within this like niche where we're talking about fashion, luxury, lifestyle, shopping, and travel. And so how are those things? How am I able to discuss those things when people don't want to discuss them the same way, right? So I want to know from you guys, what do you want to hear? What are you feeling the same way? If you don't have any ideas for me, don't really worry about it. I have a book full of ideas, but I did want to just ask, because some of you have made some comments to me before about like good ideas for videos and stuff. And I have all of that written down, and we will definitely get to all of them at some point. But I'd love to know if there's anything special. Like, what do you want to see? Do you like vlogs? Do you want to go, like, do you want to do shopping vlogs? Do you want to, every once in a while, go to like different stores, different malls? Do we want to do like luxury fashion shopping vlogs, vintage store vlogs? Do we want to do, like, what do we want to do? Do we want to do like farmers market, like more like artisanal type of stuff? Like, what are you guys into? Because I'm into all of it. If it's something that I can wear, I'm into it. So, we're not like I love luxury on this channel, quite honestly, and my focus lately has been vintage, and you all know that if you've been here. But however, like I love fashion in general. I love all the things about fashion. So I'd love to know from you guys, right? What is it that you'd like to see? Do you want to see what, like, just give me some ideas of things that you'd like to talk about, and then I will do the research on them, obviously, and we'll talk about them. I'm into the idea of vlogs for sure. We might do like voiceovers for a little while until I'm okay with talking in front of people and looking crazy. But I don't know. Like I said, I have a book full of ideas, and I have a bunch to actually film tomorrow, so I'll be back for that. But I'd love to know if there's any ideas that you guys have that you'd like to see from me. Yeah. So next video that's coming out, that will be in a few days, Monday. I don't know what day this is going to go up, but on Monday you will see a video from me where we're going to talk about. I'm actually excited about this one. We're going to talk about pros and cons of like luxury, like shopping luxury in store versus like pre-loved in the vintage market, and we're going to go over the pros and cons for both. And I'd love to know like what you guys enjoy doing more, if it's even, if you hate used things, like just like all of that stuff. But again, like I'm racking my brain to think of like creative topics that we can discuss that is not solely focused on unboxings and like shopping, or like talking about like new collections. Number one, I'm kind of bored with new collections. Now we can talk about them, but I just feel like I don't want to talk about them every single video. Yeah, we can discuss them, but like again, it's really hard to talk about things that I don't like. It's really hard for me to hide my feelings about certain things. So I feel like you guys you're always going to see the authentic like reaction to things, because it's pretty hard for me to like mask it when I'm not loving something. What else? But overall, I guess that's basically it. I wanted to put that out there so that you guys can tell me like I want to make this space fun. For me, YouTube has always been like an escape to a certain extent, right? Like you have your day, you have all your stress, you have work, you have this, you have that. I always liked coming on here to see what people bought, to talk, like to listen about fashion, to listen to commentary about like, you know, not only just new collections, but just like the best and worst list, to talk about like what people are wearing, like things like that. For me, it's an escape from real life, right? And I just want to make sure that this channel is happy and exciting, and that we're having fun with fashion, because that's the point. I want to have fun with fashion. Just making sure my mic is on, because that would that would happen to me today. But yeah, that's basically it. I just want to make sure that we're really talking about the fun stuff. Again, we're not unboxing 25 Birkins on this channel. We're not that anybody gets 25 Birkins in one shot, but you know what I'm saying. We're not doing Birkin after Birkin unboxing. We are not doing, $100,000 Chanel hauls. I'm not going to that's not what this channel is about. What this channel is about is having fun with fashion, regardless of how much you can spend on it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't know, do we want to talk about like the best bags under $1,000? Do you want to talk about just like all of those things? Anyway, I would love to know what you guys are still interested in talking about, so that we can talk about those things. And yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's really what I wanted to talk about. So, like I said, this is just an extra video. This isn't really anything. I just wanted to come on here and have a quick chit chat with you. There will be a video on Monday, which will be, like I said, I'm excited for that video. I think it is a good one. And then there's a bunch of fun stuff coming up. But for, the next week and the week after and all that stuff, I would just love to know what you guys want to see. Do you want to do Zara hauls? Do you want to talk about what to wear in spring and summer? I don't know. Just like I said, I just love to know from you where your head is at with this. Are you still into the unboxings? Like, that's not going to change, honestly, how many unboxings I'm going to do. But I'd love to know from you, is that still something that you watch? Because I do find myself put off a little bit from just like the overconsumption, the overindulgence, and I'm more into talking about just like fashion and lifestyle and things like that versus just constant unboxings of things that I'm never going to see the creator wear ever, Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Anyway, all right, guys. So thanks for watching. I always end really weird. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you've made it this far, leave your comments below because I would absolutely love to, like I said, have this conversation with you guys. And I'm going to put a video right over here just in case you haven't already seen it. I would love it if you would go watch that if you feel so inclined. And I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Bye.